Alright, welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved. I'm KnowItAllDM. Today I am playing on a server that I was invited to for being a Patreon to another YouTuber known as Mazion. If you want to check out his channel, just check out the description below. And if you like his stuff, subscribe. Today, I am going to show you what I have been doing on this server so far, and tell you a little bit about my plans for the future. So, as you could see in the background here, I've got a small aquatic base started with a few dinos. This Argentavis was gifted to me by another Patreon of Mazion. His name was Tom, and he gifted me this awesome bred bird, and I named him Night Flight. So, yeah, I think he's awesome colors. Once I get a little bit of war paint, I may paint a little bit of black and red on him, which black and red, in addition to being colors that I have used before on my own armor, actually happens to be Mazion's coloring as well, although he uses a bit more black and a bit less red than I do. So yeah, interesting little tidbit there. The bird, like I said, was gifted to me by Tom. Yeah, no generic name, but he's a cool guy. And this shark I tamed up on my own. It was level 100 when I tamed it. I named him Seatooth because he was level 100 and he tamed out at level 148. So not a perfect tame, but I was using prime meat, not kibble, because I didn't have any kibble. And his stats are decent. He's got a high stamina from what I remember sharks normally having. And the health and melee damage since the nerf a while back are a bit lower. But this server has increased the amount of melee damage and health back to about half of what the... Let me get out. Thank you. Half of what the nerf did. So it's about halfway between what it was and what they changed it to. So, alright, so a bit about my base. The sea cabin was the first raft building that I built. As you can see, it is a fully working interior cabin. You might be wondering how they have so many structures on this platform, how I put so many structures on this platform. The server has, I believe, double the normal structure limit. So you can build interesting, like double structure limit per platform. So that you can build things like this on rafts, and I can't wait to get a plesiosaur and see what I can do with that. So in here, I've got the preserving bins and campfires, and then the area where I would steer the base if I had a need to steer the base. And down here, whoa, I've got a little access shaft where I can come down and do some things down here if need be. And over here, I've got a little access to underwater. So I can just come up through there if I need to get up into my base. Now, as you can see, it's a 2-level base. And the upper level is where I have the guest quarters with a bed and a storage chest and a couple more storage chests up there. And then I've got Micro Chomp my compy that I also tamed myself. He was just hanging around the base that I built to construct rafts at, and he was level 96, I believe. And he just wouldn't go away, so I figured I'd tame him up. But, so here's the master bedroom. I'm thinking about putting, like, a window over here and over here so that people can look out. I mean, it'd be a little bit more personable. But that is the sea cabin. Got a little fireplace over here that you can light up and then, you know, sit down to warm yourself. And a couple of benches here that they're facing the wall because I plan on putting something here. Maybe a map of the island or something like that. I haven't decided quite yet. And over here, we've got the smithy ship, which is just basically a smithy with refining forge and some storage areas to store stuff in. And it also has a underwater or an under area. The reason that it has this little area so low is because I sunk the platforms using a special and this is why I like this server. You can gamma up. It has a I sunk the platforms using a special technique that was taught by another member, and multiple other people online have demonstrated this technique. So, I forgot to put a ladder here, so I'm just going to have to go out the bottom, which is one reason why I put this. Now, you may notice that I swim a lot faster in the water. That is because on this server, I have upped my oxygen to 600 because I'm going to be doing a lot of underwater stuff. Now, a 600 oxygen allows me to go diving and the like without the need for scuba gear. So, I can just dive straight on down, and I swim fast enough because of the oxygen that I can outrun any wild megalodons or, well, megalodons and I believe the anglerfish, and of course Dunkleosteus, because they are super slow. But I also increased my my fortitude so that the cold doesn't bother me as much when I swim all the way down. And I can just swim straight down to the cave, and as you can see, my oxygen is nowhere near being depleted. And into the cave, right like so. Now it's going to be a little bright. Okay, it's not, because it's dark. During the day, the caves, because of the graphics settings I have to set it on to get anywhere near decent frames per second, because my computer sucks, even though it's brand new. It's not ideal for recording, it's just what I have to work with. So, but yeah, it's super bright in here during the day. And I usually have to turn on the general shadows up to medium from low, which kills my frames per second, but it allows me to see in the cave. Right now it's nighttime, so yeah, I don't have to worry about that. And, but yeah, that is the basics of my base. My plan is to have it so that the raft base is a fully functional base with just about anything you can think of. I'm swimming up with the bowls. That's cool. But with like a what would you call it? a courtyard in the middle, and you know, just something to make it look really cool, because I like building things that are functional and aesthetically pleasing. As you can tell, I didn't just build a simple cabin or a simple smithy. Well, okay, the smithy is rather simple, but most smithies are. But as you can see, I don't have it, you know... Someone's fighting. I brought a shark up here. Seatooth, take care of him. Oh, Seatooth will easily kill him. See, Seatooth is awesome. And there you go. Well done, Seatooth. You didn't get his Megalodon teeth. Oh well. Did you get anything off of him worth taking? You got experience. I know it's super bright. I'll fix that in a bit. You got arrows. Rest of this. Some of those came off of other Megalodons. I was training him up earlier. Whoa. There's some lag. Alright. So I'm going to... Are you going to lag again, or is it... No, I just wasn't facing the right way. I'm going to swim back to the shore after putting these arrows in my little weapons rack here. Wrong way. There you go. And I will show you the rest of my area. As you may be able to tell, I am on the, if you've played ARK before, I am on the eastern coast, right next to the red obelisk. I like this area because it's right over a cave, as you could see, and the only thing that I don't have nearby is metal. And that's what the Argentavis is for, is flying up to the mountain, getting metal, and coming back, which the people on the server have set up a community refining forge, as most of us on the server are in one tribe. So it makes it, you know, a little bit more fun. And easier for people on the server who don't want to have to do things on their own. And it's a little community of people, which is really nice. But I mean, as you can see, I can just swim to shore. I could have swam the entire way, but I didn't feel like it. I got distracted talking. That happens sometimes. Usually I put my stuff away and quick travel from one base to the other, but I figured I would swim and run today. Hey look, it's a Dilo! Hello Dilo, Dilo, whatever. Punch the Dilo. Butt punch that Dilo. What? What? I'm walking backwards away from you, and you can't catch up. I haven't actually increased my movement speed at all, my land-based speed at all. What, you're gonna... Oh, you've got a friend. Hello. What? What? I mean, I'm just walking away from you guys. Come on now. Anyway, my base is right up ahead, right up there. So, I'm gonna head on up there, and I'll be back when I get up there. I'm back, and we're at the KnowItAllDM shipyard. Current project, undecided. So this is where I build my rafts, and I have Norma over here, who was going to be called Norbert, but she was a female, who was gifted to me by one of the Patreons, who play on this server. I'm not sure which one. I think it was Tom, whose base is over there, who also gave me that Argentavis, but I'm not positive. The people on this server are really nice. But yeah, so here's the shipyard where I build all my rafts. In here, you can see it's, well, a shipyard. I've got a little bit of a roof overhang on here because I often need to get up there to construct the larger buildings, like I did for the roof of the sea cabin. Over here, I've got a little smithy and forge so that I can build metal things and the like. Specifically, it's where I repair my metal tools and stuff like that. Which, speaking of, I have them in here, which is where I quick travel back and forth and occasionally log out if I need to. I've got the metal pick and hatchet and sickle in here. And I've got another full set of clothing so that when I quick travel over to here, I'm not running around naked. This is actually where I started and set up so that I could build the raft to go and place it wherever I want it. Now, normally when I come over here, I like to take Norma out and swim into here and kill any megalodons that might have spawned inside this little lagoon, which is interestingly where I actually found Seatooth. He was around here. I was swimming, finding megalodons to kill and the like, and as you can see, I actually came out here and killed one earlier today. Actually, just a little bit ago. And I just happened to see the level of one of the 3 that were in here at the time, and it was level 100. So I had to kill 2 others and then tame him up. And I tamed him because I figured level 100 doesn't come around all the time, so that's where I got Seatooth. So a cool thing about beavers that I like is that while they actually have oxygen, they have so much oxygen that they don't actually use oxygen when underwater. Which means you can pump the oxygen and their swim speed will increase, but the downside is that when you're underwater and you dismount, they float straight to the top. Come here, Norma. Whoa! That was some lag. Alright, Norma. Let's get you back to the base. Yeah, the lag that you are seeing is not because of my computer or, well, not specifically because of my computer or the game, or it's not a frame rate drop because of that. It is because of that. Which I'm not positive whose base that is, but there's a reason I don't come over here that often. I think... I don't know. I have no idea whose base that is. But, so yeah, I generally just stay over... As you can see, I just got 700 wood that quickly. The resource rates on this server are actually increased. It's a 4 times gather server, and the experience is, I believe, 6 times, or it might be 6 times taming. But the experience, the gather rates, and the taming rates have all been increased to allow for better, well, I don't know if it's specifically for, but it allows better video recording, and that way you're not spending 12 hours taming something to record a 30-minute video. You know, it might only take 3 or 4. So, but yeah. So that's the little area that I have. Let me Put the gamma back normal. So yeah, that's what I've got, and I'm going to go ahead and decide what my next project is going to be. I'm probably going to record more videos on this server than on the server with Emog, because it is easier to gather things. There is a community active on this server, and yeah, and it's, in my opinion, I have a lot more fun playing on this server. I will still record episodes with Emog, but I will be recording more on this server just because it's beaver butt. Just because it's more fun for me, and I hope it's more enjoyable for you guys, because the other server is 1 times everything and takes forever to do anything. So I might just play around with that, have a little on the other server, have Emog's adventures every now and then. So and I'll probably I'll probably narrate it more from Emog's perspective than from that of a YouTuber. Loading Tom's base. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and decide what to build next, and I'll be back. And I'm back. And I figured out what my project was going to be. And while I was out gathering resources, I found a little companion for the project and for my base in general. I got myself a Mesopithecus, and I decided we would be building the courtyard. So the courtyard is basically just going to be a flat platform with nothing special on it. Maybe a few benches, maybe a couple of fireplaces or campfires, but nothing really, you know, no buildings of any sort. So but yeah, I got the Mesopithecus. Her name is Jenny, and I made her a little hat to make her piratey, sort of like my character is supposed to be. So yeah. So Jenny and I are going to come on in here and move Norma out of the way. Come on, Norma. You don't need to be over there. There you go. Stay right there. Yes, I know. Somebody lost Procoptodon. That is unfortunate. So yes, just stay there, Norma, and don't worry. I'll be back. All right. So, over here, as you can see, I already threw down a raft. And over here, I will go ahead and take 10 of each of those, 10 of these, and good, I can still move. Now, Jenny, go over, not there. Jenny, what you doing? Get out of the water. Jenny, stay up there. There you go. Stay right there, Jenny. Alright, stay there, Jenny. You can watch from over there. Alright, so let's come on up here, and first things first, hide the sail. And then let's get our building materials set up on the quick slots. I'm going to have this, that, and there's no more need for that. All right. Number 4, not 4. 4. There we go. Now, this doesn't put it as close to the edge as I would like, so I'm going to personally place the first piece. And this may take a few tries. That is close enough. Whoop, whoop. Come back. There. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nope. Angle to the left. Whoop, whoop. Right there. That looks perfect. Now, the real trick is Will it snap to the right? It'll snap to that side. And it'll snap to that side. Good. So, that's where I want it. Now, in order to get the platform sunken, I'm going to use a little trick that I learned by, well, watching YouTube videos. That, as you can see, when you place them like such, see how it's one level lower, just slightly lower? Now you come over here and destroy these. I'm doing it one at a time so I get all the resources back, because while resources are easy to obtain, now just do it the reverse way. Here, there, 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 and there. While resources of this type wood are easy to attain, I don't like wasting things. Occasionally it's necessary, but at this juncture it is not. So I will save as much as I can. And I am now unable to move. Okay, so just go on and craft up foundations and pillar, and let's go ahead and do a window. I'm just crafting whatever I can to get those resources unused. Demolish the pillar. Go to the pillar. No. Bad. That is not right. Hey. Oh. There's some lag. Alright. Top. Top. And do you want to go down one level? Do you want to go down? Oh, oh. Whoa, whoa. There. Okay. And then you see the process here. You just keep doing that, repeating, and eventually you'll get it low enough that it will, well, you can get it as low as you like, to a point. The maximum lowness you can get is basically where it's just on the platform here. But yeah, I'm going to do this a few more times and get it sunken to where I want it, and I'll be back. And I'm back, and as you can see, I got the platform as low as I possibly could. Now I'm going to go ahead and build the rest of the platform out so that it's got those on it. And then here I am going to place a wooden hatch frame so that I can access the area that you can drive in whenever I want. Now, the rest of the platform, where? There is going to be made from wooden ceilings. And in order to make the in order to make it all the same height, like make it uniform, I am going to be placing these on top here so that it doesn't have that 2-level thing. Now, the 2-level effect wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have this here, which I do, and yeah, it's a little bit of a pain. But that is the basics of the center platform. Now, the courtyard. Now, I'm going to want it to come out a little bit further, but as you can see, I can't really do that because it requires a foundation support, which I don't have here to place one here. Now, on the other sides, however, I could go ahead and do it, except for that it's obstructed by the area. Oh, I can do it there. Now, there used to be a trick where you could put a platform, put a ceiling tile out, and you could place a foundation underneath it, but that no longer works because they updated it. Now it says it's obstructed. It didn't work when I tried it before with thatch, but I don't know. I don't know if there's been another update since then. Let me try something real quick. Because before I couldn't get it to snap like that at all. So let me come on out here. Hey, Norma. You have thatch and fiber and a bit of wood. Good. I said wood, not stemberries. Okay. Now, you used to be able to do it with anything except for thatch roofs. Now, you could only do it with thatch roofs. And then they changed it recently, which, at least it seems they changed it so that it wouldn't work at all. If this works, I will be ecstatic. If it does not, okay. So, there we've got a thatch roof, and it actually works. When I tried it a few days ago, I could not get it to work for the life of me, and I don't know why. But apparently they updated it again, and it works. Or something. I don't know. But, yeah. So I think I'm going to extend this. Okay, I'm going to go around, make that I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to go around with the thatch roofs and all that, and put thatch roofs and foundations, and yeah, I'm going to get this finished up, and I will be back. And we're stuck on a shark. Okay. And we're back. So, as you can see, I got the platform finished up, and I've got it so that there's actual foundations on the whole thing. This is as big as you can make a platform with foundations on it. So, it's the biggest I could make it, because if you try to go further, it says too far from platform. So, I've got this set up. All I've got left to do on it is name it. And, of course, it's going to be named the courtyard. So, got that to do. And then once I get that done, I will start placing stuff on top of it. Trying to make it a little bit more interesting than just a blank platform. But that'll have to wait till another day. I might even do that off camera, because this video's length is going long enough. So that's going to be it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more ARK Survival Evolved, go ahead and subscribe. This is KnowItAllDM, and y'all have a good day now.